Alright, it is Wednesday night and we are 5Alive. I am Bobby T.
And I'm Martin.
And I'm Chrisza. And you're knocking shit over already.
I'm just I'm just a mess. So we are going to be talking wrestling. It is Wednesday. It is WWE night. We had Braun Strowman and Alexa Bliss here in the middle of the table. About the same height difference here. So just wanted
Alexa
to...
Bliss commands center stage. That's what
she does. And actually, if she did fight against Braun Strowman, she'd totally crush him.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Yep.
He would do he'd be forced to do the job for Alexa Bliss.
Yep.
So
he threw him into a garbage truck. Oh, wait, no, that was the ending of another terrible thing I had to watch.
They literally threw him into a garbage truck. I'm still kind of shocked on that one.
To write him off TV.
Nice.
All right, so good. We have audio. That's nice.
Yay!
All right, so I just wanted to talk about real quick. We're going to be doing a giveaway. That giveaway will be of this Knights of the Slice and Super 7 crossover with the Worst. The Knight of the Slice being painted by Brian Flynn of Super 7. The Worst figure being painted by Jesse DeStasio of Knights of the Slice and Toy Pizza.
I get it. It's
exclusive.
like a little reverse.
They did a home and home to put it into a sports thing.
So
I get it now.
Yep, little flip. Yeah. This is an awesome figure. It was super limited. It was only available one day, then sold out, then came back, and so we were able to grab one. We were able to get another one. So we were going to do a giveaway of this New York Comic Con exclusive of two really badass figures. I totally love these figures on top of everything. So
yeah, and Super 7 was awesome at the con. They talked to us, and
they were our MVPs.
Yeah,
they were. I think they had one of the best showings at the show, next to Tommy Dreamer, who was in one of our videos. That's pretty awesome. So let's start talking WWE.
So I'd say I think we should go over the pay-per-view real quick.
You want to go back to the pay-per-view? All right, so we're just going to run over the pay-per-view real fast. We have all seen it. Yeah. We know what happened here. Chrisza did not.
You didn't miss much.
You didn't miss it, and Raw's going to explain it all because nothing meant anything. Yeah.
So, viral meningitis has, or not viral meningitis, the mumps has run roughshod through the Raw locker room. Because of that, TLC was thrown for a loop. We got a lot of... we got some changes. Instead of Finn Balor versus Bray Wyatt, we got Finn Balor versus AJ.
I think it's just an anti-Roman Reigns thing.
That's certainly a part of it.
They're trying to keep the man down. They're trying to keep the big dog down. You know, I mean, can this really beat the mumps? That's what I want to know. If he cocks his arm enough,
he makes the mumps stronger.
It does. It actually does, because it pushes the mumps back into the body. And and then his face gets bigger. He actually looks a lot like a Pop right now.
Interesting.
So anyways,
Roman Reigns looks like the Roman Reigns Pop.
Exactly. So Roman Reigns wasn't there, so Kurt Angle took his place in the Shield, and then he did his whole goofy. He actually wore the Shield gear.
Yeah, he was given in the pre-show early in the show. He was gifted the vest. So.
It was all. I'm watching it, and I'm like, God, this doesn't. I don't like this. And I think I should like it because everyone else seems to like it.
but see, that's why you don't like it, because everybody else likes it. There's a natural contrarian inside of you.
He does have to go against everything.
No, I don't. Who is my favorite wrestler? AJ Styles. Universally recognized as the best wrestler in the world. Anyways. Good God.
He's universally recognized, but he's not recognized by the WWE.
And that's what the real issue is.
Because we all know Roman Reigns is the best wrestler in the WWE.
Excuse me.
She's the best female. She's the best women's
wrestler.
No, it's all together. Like,
I think that if Roman Reigns were to go for the Superman punch,
she would immediately
wrap him up in whatever
she would hit. Her finisher is, and that's right. You don't know what her finisher is.
I don't.
No, and neither does he, and neither do I. And we watch a crap ton of wrestling.
I watch a lot of wrestling.
How do we not know what her finisher is? It's that forgettable.
I have a question for you. How many F5s would it take to beat
what's Becky Lynch's finisher? Just
Oh, she got the submission. She got the armbar submission.
It's the disarmer, right?
Yeah, disarmer.
What's Charlotte's submission? Or what's her?
She's got the moonsault. Then she runs into the figure eight, figure four, and a figure eight.
Yeah. What's Sasha's submission or finisher?
Got the what is it? I can't remember the name. It's the
bank statement.
Bank statement.
It's a backstabber into a
backstabber.
Yep, into a bank statement.
And then she rolls it into a submission.
What's Bailey's? Awesome. What's Bailey's finisher?
Bailey's got the elbow drop.
And the and the hugplex.
Yes, yeah, the Bailey...
The belly to belly.
Belly to Bailey, yep.
And then what's Asuka's finisher? You see what I'm doing here?
I don't. My real question is, though,
is
how many F5s would it take?
So we're getting off topic. Shut up.
To beat Alexa Bliss? That's what I want to know.
All of them.
I don't know.
I'm saying like 20.
I think how many tombstones? Because the tombstone's the ultimate finisher.
Is that what
right?
it is?
Yes. Yeah.
I think that tombstone is the
Jake
one, right?
Snake is the ultimate finisher.
think,
Actually, Jake Snake took out Andre. It wins.
I think
Macho Man.
Yep.
I think it's like 3 tombstones would take out.
Okay.
No, like 5.
I don't
5
care.
tombstones would take out.
I tried to do something. Shut up.
All right, back to the pay-per-view.
So TLC ultimately was very disappointing. The only good match was AJ versus Finn. I'm not wrong in this, right?
Okay, so I think that there were certain parts of the main event that were good. I liked when Angle came out. I liked the beginning of the match. When it was a match.
Yeah.
There was a point where it did break out into a massive smodge, which I expected.
Yeah.
It's what the match is.
You've got 5 dudes versus 3 dudes. That's going to happen.
You got 8 guys in the ring, so...
Why didn't they just make it an even more handicapped match?
that
And that was
part of the angle.
That was Miz's thing, and he said that's what should have happened. But Kurt Angle's out of control, and it was basically just to get people to tune into the pay-per-view.
Is that what Kurt Angle's
it's
drunk
just
well,
to get
that's
people...
what Miz is playing, is that you're the boss, you're not supposed to be in the ring. So,
it's basically just...
apparently nobody told that to Vince McMahon
right
when
up
he got
until
into the ring all those times.
Right up until the point...
It's a recurring theme. It's what we call a recurring theme.
Yeah. So, once Angle did his suplex spot, which was awesome.
Yeah.
And it showed, like, dude, this guy can still do it. Because when he goes to suplex, I believe, The Miz, you see he actually lifts The Miz and pulls him back down for the suplex. It was really some pretty impressive stuff. And then naturally they beat him up. He's got to go out. I thought that this was a spot where if they had anybody to premiere or bring up or to do something with anybody, this was the time. But they got to the point in the match where it started to feel like a Raw. That's where this whole pay-per-view felt like a kind of
a long episode of Raw.
Yeah.
Or a 1000th episode of Raw.
Yeah, it felt like a special edition of Raw. Like, it's 1000th or the New Year's episode.
Yeah, it wasn't anything to write home about, with the exception of AJ Finn, which was amazing.
This match breaks down to 5 dudes beating the shit out of 2 dudes with chairs and every finisher and every kick and it's just at one point you're like, I don't know if this is brutal or if I'm just bored, which means there's a problem with me. Because what the hell is wrong with me that I don't know
Dean Ambrose jobbed to a table twice.
Yeah.
He tried to put him through a table. Apparently, the French announcer screamed into the mic, "I am the table" in French. Nice. When the table did not break.
That's awesome.
But, yeah.
So, when the person who was going to come back to save everybody turns out to be Kurt Angle. Why is it Kurt Angle? Yeah. It should have been somebody else. I don't know who.
It was like you said, and I couldn't put my finger on it because, like I said, I was like, I'm not enjoying this. Why am I not enjoying this? And then I talked to you, and you're like, yeah, no, it just felt like a Raw. And I'm like, that's exactly why I didn't.
You know what would have been awesome if the Undertaker came back at that match.
Right? Yeah.
Well, no, because Kane was on the other team's side, or the other. He was part of the Miz Taraj.
I don't want the Undertaker anymore.
I don't know. I think
this is my whole.
But see, here's the thing. Bobby T's point is they didn't have anybody.
They didn't have anybody.
So why not have an established star?
Yeah,
they did. His name was Kurt Angle.
Yeah,
this is the problem, and this is a problem facing WWE. There's the talent clog.
There's not enough Roman Reigns.
But there's old age versus new age, and they're trying to push the new age. The AJ's, the Finn.
Finn
and Seth and Dean, but they also have the old age, Kurt and Kane, and they keep hitting each other, and it's the old age keeps winning, and it's like, no, you can't do that. You have to let the new age win every once in a while, and the new age can't just be Roman Reigns.
Yeah, that's the issue.
What they need to do is figure out a way to clone Roman Reigns and Alexa Bliss and just have the matches.
So we'll call that
Roman Reigns versus Roman Reigns.
That's the blissful reign of Reigns is what we'll call that pay-per-view. So let's move on to Raw because
I have one other point. Hold on.
If your other point is involving Alexa Bliss, I'm throwing my phone.
Or Titanfall 2. I'm going to
we need Kurt and Kane and another old age star that starts with a K. As a form of stable.
Kurgan.
There you go.
K-Quick?
Yes, K-Quick.
Just have Truth bring his own.
Ron the Truth Killing.
The KKK, exactly. The KKK stable.
And you have a black dude in it, so it's not that racist.
Oh, and they go with the baseball gimmick,
yeah.
so the second K's backwards.
They clone.
Perfect.
This is what it is. They clone Harley Quinn.
All right. So,
and
anyways,
then she becomes Carly Quinn. And
I hate all of this.
And joins the KKK stable.
TLC ultimately was disappointing to me. Other people enjoyed it, and I was like, maybe I'm wrong. I think because of everything that happened, you know, you watch. I don't know about you. I watch wrestling for two things: the crazy athleticism and the soap operatic, storylines. And if you have two dudes go down 2 days before before a pay-per-view, well, those soap operatics, those two storylines were thrown out the window. Now, we got the AJ versus Finn match to take part of it, but the other part is just, it's gone.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
so I think we're in a holding pattern. And then with Survivor Series, which is what we're going to go over now, because that's what all Raw was. Raw was just let's get Survivor Series started.
So from this point on, all storylines up till now mean nothing.
They're on hold.
Everything is on hold because you've got Raw versus SmackDown, and Dolph Ziggler mentions this because of what happens in this upcoming invasion to Bobby Roode. That just because we were on the SmackDown team last night doesn't mean we're friends today.
But again, all storylines are on hold. So between TLC and then Survivor Series, you've got a month and a half of essentially nothing happening that means anything. And that's a problem. Like, that's not going to make me come back week after week. That's going to make me go, I probably don't have to watch Raw this week. I can just wait till Survivor Series.
Yeah, really. I mean, it does turn me off that there's really no build for anything, and especially knowing that the WWE Championship is tied up now for another month and a half. We know for a fact. I'm sorry. 2.5 months, because they're not going to drop it on a non-pay-per-view. So we have to wait till December's pay-per-view to see AJ versus Jinder.
Yep.
At which point, we don't even know if it's going to happen.
AJ's not winning.
And AJ won't win.
No.
That'll happen at Rumble.
Yeah, more likely.
Or he will win the Rumble.
Or he'll win the Rumble.
It's so far off because you've locked up these titles with two people that are just not.
So anyways, we start off Raw with Kurt, and he runs down the lineup for Survivor Series. It's Brock versus Jinder, which we already knew.
Yep.
Is Survivor Series always a mixed pay-per-view?
Now that they've done the brand split, that's kind of what they're doing with it. It's the only pay-per-view where Raw is versus SmackDown. Who gives a rat?
Except for the pay-per-view we just had and the Royal Rumble that we had before this.
Exactly.
And
so anyways,
the match that we had tonight.
No. Don't.
Then there's the match that was...
No. Don't refute WWE storytelling.
We're not going to...
How dare you?
Michael Cole is just writing the narrative now.
Well, by the way, Michael Cole being on both shows makes my life happy.
Oh, my God.
So not only do we get him screaming, it's boss time on Raw, we get him screaming, it's glow time on SmackDown. Nice. Anyways.
Michael Cole is awesome.
So, Jinder versus Brock, which, again, who cares about that? Like, we talked about this last week.
I didn't even know Brock Lesnar was the champion for Raw.
Ugh. Women's champion versus women's champion, so Alexa versus Natty.
So these matches don't really mean anything because it's not like you can't lose the belt.
No, it's brand supremacy. So no one cares.
So it's just kind of bragging.
And this is the other thing. This is the other thing. It's like, who goes, oh, I'm a Raw guy. Well, I'm a SmackDown guy.
No, I
watch both.
There's only one kind of
guy
that says he's a Raw guy, and they're douchebags.
Yeah.
College bros. That's who go around saying they're Raw guys.
So, that was pretty solid.
So, anyways, women's championship Natty versus Alexa, which is not going to be a good match.
Nope.
It's just not, because Alexa can get a good match out of Alexa, but you got to have someone who is around her size who can pull a good match out of her.
Yeah.
So Bayley, Sasha, people like that.
Natty is just so far below Alexa Bliss in terms of talent and skill.
Natty's all power, so she can throw Alexa Bliss around, but you're not going to allow her to do that because Alexa is apparently a god. So
maybe you like her.
She's manifested herself into a little tiny toy on her table.
So anyways, so that match is going to be worthless. The tag match is the only one that I have any interest in. It's the Shield, Seth and Dean versus the Usos. So that'll be a good match.
That'll be a good one.
That they've done it before. They'll put on a good match again. And then you get Baron Corbin versus The Miz in the match for secondary title.
And now again, so we just had a match where we saw Corbin versus Sin Cara in SmackDown, where he then just starts beating up on Sin Cara, and then they disqualify him, so he beats him up some more, and then he gives him his finisher outside, and then he beats him up some more, and you go, this is all for nothing. This is a set match in a month and a half.
Exactly. Sin Cara's not winning the United States Championship.
There's not going to be a three-way for this or this.
No one cares.
We're gonna get these matches, these 4 we just talked about. We're gonna get a men's 5-man, a women's 5-man or 5-person. Mm-hmm. Then there's going to be
that's it.
I feel like there's one more. Maybe a cruiserweight thing.
No. If there is a cruiserweight thing, they have not said a thing.
Well, it makes a lot of time.
You more likely will get a cruiserweight thing, but again, cruiserweights are on both shows, so it doesn't much matter.
But it would be in the card, so you just don't really know what.
So it'll be Enzo versus whichever cruiserweight they feel like having Enzo.
So the NXT takeover is what we're really looking for.
Because that takeover is going to be amazing.
A thing.
It's War Games.
Yeah. Oh my God. War Games for Chris. Do you know what War Games is?
The movie or the?
No. So this
is Matthew Rogers showing up.
Dude, I love that movie.
This is a Dusty Rhodes invention where he put 2 rings next to each other and then encased them in a cage.
Okay, in a Punjabi cage?
No, a cage you can film through.
Film you can actually
because he's not Vince.
I don't want to watch this. I don't want to watch this match.
There would be, in the case of War Games originally, it would be like guys would be sent into this cage. So you would start with 2, and then there'd be a coin toss. And whoever won the coin toss would be able to send 1 man from their team into the cage.
Okay.
And then only until there was 2 full teams in could people then be eliminated. And this is 80s, not early 90s WCW bloodbaths.
Oh yeah,
just ridiculous. And one of them stopped because
my favorite WCW match is a War Games match.
Is it the Brian Pillman gets powerbombed till they stop the match?
No, it's the Money Inc. versus 4 Horsemen match.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, so just some really awesome stuff. I can't wait. The way that I think they're booking this is 1 ring is going to have...
One ring is Cole versus McIntyre.
And then the other ring is...
Sanity versus the Undisputed Era.
So we've got
Fish
separate matches going on in rings. Obviously, they're going to cross over.
Yeah.
So it's going to be a spot off in a double cage.
Okay, but anyway.
I'm so pumped.
So now let's get back to things that annoy us.
Now back to crap ass Earth.
So oh God, I even wrote here yawn except for the tag team match. So Miz comes down. Miz comes down. The Shield responds. Miz does his usual. You're out of control. So we get the Bar and Miz versus Seth, Dean, and AJ because AJ's because they need someone else. Yeah, and it was a good match. I enjoyed it.
Red.
Yeah, I enjoyed that match. It was awesome. I want to see those guys do it and everything. But then, really, they were in Milwaukee? No, they were in Green Bay. Really, Green Bay? A "You look stupid" chant. And the other problem is
science there.
Rollins is essentially a cruiserweight. He's just a cruiserweight in a light heavyweight's body, and he looks awkward wearing all that crap. Like when
he does. It bulks him up a little bit.
Yeah, it's just terrible.
His arms aren't really big enough. They just stick out.
And then there was an amazing DDT sell by Rollins in this match. He looked like he died.
Nice.
It was awesome.
You're talking about the Miz, the kneeling.
Yes.
I love that move.
I do too.
So what the Miz does is he kicks his
shin?
opponent's shin, so they get down to their knees, and when they're on their knees, he goes for a DDT. And if it's sold right, like Seth Rollins went from on his knees to like a full DDT.
Nice. And he flips over because he's Rollins.
No, it was great.
So and then AJ and Cesaro faced off, and I realized I want that match. I want AJ versus Cesaro. Oh my God!
Just want Cesaro versus anything.
Dude, Cesaro! Exactly. AJ had an uppercut sell that was ridiculous.
Oh, you're talking about the elevated European uppercut?
Good. Beautiful. Because no one AJ. I don't know how he does this. He looks simultaneously like he is completely out of control and yet completely in control.
Yeah, it's perfectly controlled chaos.
Yeah,
it's the feathered hair.
It very well might be. I don't care.
Hair.
So Kane comes out. Libertarians rejoice. And his wig looked better tonight, which was good.
That wig was rough because it sits up on top.
Kane whined about not being called a monster anymore. Balor comes out and is like, "Stop your whining." We get Balor
Monsters
versus
don't whine.
Yeah. Yep. We get Balor versus Kane.
And nobody puts monsters in the corner.
All right, so let's talk about this.
Yep.
Big monsters don't cry. Is that?
Yep. So Kane kicks the crap out of Balor and
destroys him and gives him 3 choke slams for a very clean pin. Now,
how many F5s does he give Balor before?
And as I put, way to push an old man over the future.
This is
dude. And we talked about this earlier. If I were Finn Balor, I would fucking take my ball and leave. Like.
At the end of the day, you're living your dream.
I'm done. No,
you're living your dream,
dude. No, my dream is not to fucking job to Kane. And
actually, you know what? If you're in a WWE fan in the '90s, your dream probably is.
I love Kane.
What this all does, and I'm being dead serious now. This all sadly goes to build Roman Reigns. That's what all of this is. Because now you have AJ Styles, who we consider to be the best, that the fans consider to be the best. Finn Balor is right there with him. So you go, okay, we're looking at A and 1A, basically. So they just wrestled, and Finn Balor wins. Now Finn Balor loses to Kane, and Braun Strowman is going to beat Kane, and Roman Reigns is going to beat Braun Strowman.
So by the transitive property,
it's all
Roman Reigns is the most popular and best wrestler out there, and he'll beat Brock Lesnar at WrestleMania, and be your new champion. And I'll watch NJPW.
And this is why Brock is going to beat Jinder Mahal, and Jinder Mahal is going to beat AJ Styles, and it's going to make a weird pyramid of
I know I keep saying this, dear viewer, but I want you to know.
Singular, we literally have one.
Yeah, that's fine.
Viewer,
I want you to know.
It's you, isn't it? Yeah, exactly.
I want you to know. I will stop watching and start watching NJPW. It's going to happen.
It's just like I said, I would leave.
This fucking Mark thinks he's gonna go watch something else.
Anyways, enough with this crap.
I'm gonna go watch NJPW. Like he even knows. He doesn't even like anime.
Yeah, exactly.
He doesn't even. What does he think? The culture.
Soporific storytelling is he gonna get over?
He doesn't even know.
No, he has no idea. Dude, he's an Alexa Bliss fan.
I know he is.
This is gonna take 2 hours unless the two of you shut up. So.
We're not shut up.
Asuka comes out.
He is.
And we get Emma versus Asuka again. It's like, really?
Yeah. Oh, this is my next problem.
Yep. It is a decent match, but it sucked that Asuka's in a holding pattern until December. That's all it is.
That's all this is.
It's just
So what they should do is not show any Raws or Smackdowns until Survivor.
Yeah. And then USA, the head of USA blows his brains out. Because
they're gonna have to start showing reruns of La Femme Nikita.
No. It's according to Crisley.
Oh my god! Non-stop episodes of that show.
Yes. So
they're gonna be surprised.
Alexa comes out, and a crowd rightly boos her because
they're wrong.
And again, that bald idiot on What Culture loved it, but I don't get it. It wasn't that good of a.
He's playing. He's saying because she played her part.
Yeah, whatever.
She did what she
but here's the issue, and I just remembered. So she comes out and she starts running down Mickie James again. She starts pushing that old crap, and I remembered a part from Jericho's book where he came out and he was back in old WCW, and he's facing British Bulldog. And he comes out and he starts calling British Bulldog old. So he comes to the back, and British Bulldog's like, "Why the hell are you doing that?" And Jericho's like, "Well, I'm facing." And he's like, "Right, but here's the thing. When I beat you, and I am going to beat you, you just got beaten by an old man. And let's say you beat me. Well, you didn't accomplish much. You beat an old man. You don't run your competition down. You build them up, even as a heel. And if you're not bright enough...
He's just going to find any way to fucking shit on him.
So then she's running down the fans because they're from the Midwest.
Yeah.
She's from Ohio!
From the Midwest.
Ohio
the worst.
Is, the Northeast guys.
No, it is not. So... It was a Jinder Mahal level promo. It really was. And this is the other problem.
Geography.
She's not obviously not writing her own promos. Because if she was writing her own promos, she'd be like, I'm from Ohio. Why would I say this? It's awful. Mickey comes out, puts Alexa down, the crowd cheers, and a piece of me dies.
Put her down 10 times.
Right.
You're still going to lose when it comes time to win.
When it matters.
Which comes down to what we were talking about earlier and what I said I wanted to save to talk about till now, which is basically... I don't want to talk about
that right now.
The transitive property. This is all to build up Asuka. I don't think it is. Right and now, I don't think that's what it was originally, but I think that's what it is now. Because, but I kind of have half a problem with this. Anyway, I think that we're going to see Alexa win straight through, and then she's going to go fight Asuka, and Asuka's going to beat her. And it's going to be the, Alexa beat Bayley and Sasha and this person and that person. And you go, okay, so that really makes Asuka the best. And then Asuka goes back and beats up all those people too. Just to kind of put the nails in the coffin. My problem here is that Asuka's matches versus Emma at the pay-per-view were Emma had control of most of that match.
Yeah.
If this is your monster, if this is your undefeated Goldberg, Goldberg didn't have these matches. No, look, he couldn't have those matches because he couldn't wrestle. Yeah. But he wasn't having those matches because he was the monster, and the monster doesn't go 5 minutes.
But this is the thing. Asuka's never been sold as a monster. She's sold as unbeatable.
Okay, so she's an unbeatable.
But here's the thing. She's not a monster, and she's sold as unbeatable because she's just that damn good.
Okay.
And if you look back at her matches against, say, Ember Moon, or even
should have won.
Yeah, or the three-way, the four-way she had. She's looked beatable before,
and then she gets the win.
Exactly, she always gets the win. So I don't disagree with you. That is a problem, but it's not the worst thing in the world. There are worse problems on Raw. Let's just put it that way.
If Asuka beats Alexa Bliss, I'm going to riot.
Anyways,
this table's getting flipped.
So Foxy, Sasha, and Bayley start talking to Kurt. They're going to have a three-way to determine who is the captain for Team Raw. That's the thing that's going to keep Raw and SmackDown going, is who's going to be on the teams and who's going to be the captain. So and I don't give a shit.
It's like the Ryder Cup of wrestling.
But Foxy...
Pretty much.
But Foxy had just as much intrigue. So Foxy says, are we going to play paper, rock, scissors? Like, really? Paper, rock, scissors? Anyways, so we cut.
Maybe because it's paper beats rock, so they're doing rock.
Elias comes out. He's playing the guitar.
Maybe she's from Canada and they do things backwards up there.
Put mayo on it.
Yeah. Mayo beats all of them. It doesn't matter what.
Mayo fries napkin. Mayo covers fries. Napkin cleans up mayo.
Fries grease up napkin.
Fries grease napkin.
There you go.
So we continue with the Elias versus JJ. It was a decent match. I don't care about it. I really don't. Corey couldn't... Booker was being ridiculous throughout this entire match, though. And Corey couldn't keep it together. And that was making me laugh more than anything. Corey can't deal with... There are points where Corey just can't deal with Booker's ridiculousness.
Yeah,
and it's great.
Yeah.
So, Heyman and Brock come out. Heyman goes off. He does Heyman. It's Heyman.
That's what he does.
It's enjoyable. Sasha versus Bayley versus Fox is the highly entertaining three-way, which Alicia gets a win for. And I'm fine with it. It was entertaining.
How many times did Michael Cole say it's boss time?
3 or 4 times. So
I think he actually did.
It's like a clause in his contract.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
So there's a 10-man match. His kids don't get fed. There's a 10-man cruiserweight match next, and it's Enzo's team versus Kalisto's team.
What's with all the teams? What's
Survivor Series.
Is that
well, right now, so I think that's what we're going to see at Survivor Series from the cruiserweights will be Enzo and his crew
versus Kalisto
and his crew. So like right now we're seeing Swan and Cedric are wearing matching ring gear.
Yep, yeah.
They came down.
Dude, I want that tag team so damn bad.
It's happening. They've got the matching stuff. They're coming out to each other's music. They're not coming out separately.
Yep.
Cedric's doing the dance to kind of fuck around a little bit. So this is clearly a tag team. I like that they're working tag teams into 205.
Yeah.
It's going to open up a few things for even teams like, for what it's worth, the Revival.
Yeah.
When you get to a point where like, what do we do with these guys? Like,
they're too damn good.
We got to put them somewhere. So
they're talking. They're all doing their own little bits, but Gulak being from Philly really should just Jersey it up. Yeah. I think as the weeks go by, he's just become more and more Jersey, and it could, like South Park, eventually he just starts blowing out his hair.
Oh my god!
So
Captain Underpants would completely change.
And then they I forget who says it, but someone makes an Aaron Rodgers joke, and it was like the 15th Aaron Rodgers joke.
Oh yeah,
they got some mileage out of that one. And Metallic is.
He's unbelievable.
Fucking amazing.
That rope work is so good.
It's just if the man could talk, he would be the most over person in the world.
I would love if when he opens his mouth that the opposite voice comes out of what you think would be. So I've told this
instead of Speedy Gonzalez.
No. It's not gonna be a Cholo. It's not gonna be. So there's a guy I make this joke all the time. I think I've told you guys we're gonna have to eat at this pizza place one night. It's West End Pizza in Bristol, Connecticut. And there's a dude. He's jacked. He's like thick dude, thick arms. He's got a real mean face. And I remember I ordered my pizza, and he comes up, and I go, "Hey, I got a pizza for Bob. It's a pepperoni onion." And he goes, turns around, and goes, "Me $13.50." And I went, "What?" Like I want to say in person, I believe I went, "What the fuck?" And then
he punched Bob in the face. You're still muscular.
Yeah, I threw a $20 bill down, took the thing, I just left. Like, don't take I don't need change. It was a $13 pizza, I'm leaving.
So, Enzo was dressed like the Undertaker's white trash cousin.
Yeah, he was.
He was all black.
That's awesome.
It was just terrible.
He was Paulie Bear.
Yeah, he really was. It was just awful. Kalisto pulls off a DVD, which was awesome.
Yes. Kalisto's really ramping it up.
So it was an awesome match. Kalisto got the win, so he can lose tomorrow night.
Yeah, he's got to lose.
Yep.
So
then Kurt comes out and he's gonna announce the Survivor Series team, and SmackDown Live shows up. They start coming down the steps, and they keep screaming "Under Siege!" # Under Siege.
So wait a minute, hold on. They said Under Siege was said earlier in the show,
yes.
And then the crowd picked it up and started to chant it.
Yeah.
Later the next day, being SmackDown, Shane comes out and says # Under Siege. So they wanted it to be a thing, it became a thing, and then they made it a hashtag.
I was hoping that we would be getting an Under Siege sequel starring Randy Orton. But it doesn't seem like that's happening.
I just want to get Randy Orton out of here.
Yeah, well, here's the thing. SmackDown Live shows up and they run roughshod over the Raw roster and stuff. I have some questions. Where's Charlotte? Where's Naomi? Where's Randy?
Yeah.
Why aren't these people
None of these
here?
people were there.
Where was Daniel?
Well, that gets
and that Charlotte gets brought up in SmackDown. Yeah.
On SmackDown. So I liked this idea and did not like this idea and loved it and also hated it. Like I'm all over the place on what they did here, because I like that they seem like they're doing a invasion angle kind of right. Like they brought most of their big stars. 80% of their big stars were there. There was a few that weren't, but AJ was there and everyone was there. So okay, we have that. That was kind of cool. Picking the people off one by one, kind of like the first two or three.
There were parts of it that were awesome. When they walk into the locker room and Jordan's sitting there and
Gable's the first one to go for him.
That was awesome.
I immediately saw him. I'm like, I wonder if Gable's going to... Oh, shit, he punched him. So, that was really good. But one of my favorite parts, and it's actually getting a little bit of play online...
Is Dana Brooke taking off like a bat out of hell?
No, that would be Natalya. Grabbing Zack Ryder's
yes.
So they walk into the guys kind of bottleneck into an exit, and there's an open room, and in that room there's 4 women. I think it was Sasha, Bayley.
Yeah, I think
it was like the Raw women basically were there. There was 4 of the Raw. I can't remember all who was there. And the guys walk up, and the women give like this, "Oh yeah, what do you do? Beat us up?" And they move to the side, and like the 4 women from SmackDown come out. But it like reminded me of the show or the Beat It video.
Yes,
where that's exactly what it was. It was the Sharks versus the Jets. Exactly. It was like it was kind of a fun gang fight like that. And then the women come out and they fight each other, but at one point, just like in that Shield match, enough was enough.
Yeah,
I got sick of watching. Guys just getting brutally beaten up.
Yeah.
This didn't look like wrestling. This looked like dudes getting beat up in the street. And I'm like, okay, I'll watch that for for one segment.
You can only go
There's
back.
a reason.
You've now gone to this well.
Yeah.
For
There's a
10
reason
minutes.
World Star videos are only 5 minutes long.
But that's exactly it. They tried to cram in 50 World Star videos into like a 5 to 10 minute segment, and while it was fun and it got the point across and all these things, it still was like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Oh, and faces and heels next to each other,
Yeah,
high five and
yeah.
get him and all this,
Yeah,
and it's like,
just,
no, man.
Well, you know, the brand supersedes the.
But that's so
but again,
dumb. Like,
it is the dumbest thing in the world. Like I don't consider myself a Raw dude or a SmackDown dude. I
Yeah,
like guys
I
on
watch
both.
WWE.
Yeah, I like guys on both rosters. Anyways, so that was Raw. That's how Raw ended. They brought Angle out and no one came to save him.
pretty much.
I have an idea.
What's that?
We're gonna write a movie, self-produce it, and have it star Randy Orton.
Is it an Under Siege sequel?
No, it's whatever movie we want it to be, so that he just is not on WWE.
You just gotta tie him up.
And no, but here's
It's
the problem. Here's the problem. Because he's in a movie now, he has to come back and get a run with the belt so that they can
So
push
you
the
can
movie.
push the movie.
Yeah.
He can be in 5Alive the movie, and it's just the push to the
It's just,
podcast.
you know, it'll be him trapped in a Punjabi prison, in a Punjabi prison, in a Punjabi prison. Yeah, it's just
You won't be able to see anything.
Exactly.
It's called-
He won't be able to get out because he don't know where to
It's
go.
called Punjabiception.
Yeah, Poonception.
Punjabiception. No, that's a different movie.
That's true.
That's a whole different thing.
That's starring B-roll.
So, while we are about to switch over to SmackDown, let's quickly say like, share, and subscribe at 5Alive VP on all the social networks. We will be doing the giveaway, and I'll bring it up again, of the Worst and Knights of the Slice crossover, painted by Justy DeStasio for the Worst figure, and Brian Flynn for the Knights of the Slice Vector armor. So we're going to be giving that away here pretty soon. We got to figure out the contest for it.
Yeah.
I think we just...
The best little Mr. Bliss photo.
So, yeah, we have that going on. We also, let's just pull up one of the things we just recently got.
Okay.
Just to kind of show. So, we were voted for we were nominated for an award through Collectorverse.
Yes.
I think if we win this award, we're going to do a giveaway.
Yes, we are.
And that giveaway will be possibly this.
Possibly.
Yeah.
We'll see. We have to figure it out. But, Pop Culture Shock Toys sent over a couple of statues. We've got, if you guys follow the Instagram, we have this here, the RoboCop EX, which lights up, has the bendable arm and everything. We also got a Sub-Zero, and we grabbed Blanca. Blanca in Savage Beast Mode, basically.
Yes.
He's awesome. So we will be giving one of those away if we win this thing. So vote away. I believe the voting starts on November 1st. We'll provide links and all that.
Yes.
And then we're going to have some boxing videos. This is literally like 25 pounds,
Jesus.
guys. Like, I'm not even joking. All right, so SmackDown.
So SmackDown, Shane opens up the show. He basically tries to explain away why he did what he did. It didn't make any sense to me. Sammy comes out.
It rarely does.
No, Sammy comes out. He starts skanking it up. He is
Oh,
skanking
so
it.
hard.
It's the best. Grab me one, bub. It's so awesome. And he basically is the same character, but as a heel, just more obnoxious.
Would you like a polar soda?
Or
Or a polar soda?
I'll take a Polish soda, please.
I'll take the ginger ale. Actually, no, give me the seltzer.
So,
We're not sponsored by Polar Soda, but it'd be great if we were.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Hint, hint, wink,
Polar
wink.
soda.
So Sammy comes out and he says, "Sorry, I don't take part in tyrannical decisions. That's why I wasn't at Raw last night.
Nice.
But I do want to fight for SmackDown. I'll be your captain along with
I'll be
Kevin,
your Huckleberry.
along with KO. We'll be co-captains." And Shane's like, "No, but you can fight for your chance to be on the team, and you can fight Randy Orton." And of course, the crowd goes, "Bah!"
And then
For a
Randy
second, I
Orton
thought
was
they
like,
were
nah,
gonna
I'm
say-
filming a movie produced by 5Alive, and I can't.
I'm tied up in Chrisa Productions.
So,
in Little Mr. Bliss Productions. Has me tied up.
so anyways, so that's it. So we get Sammy versus Randy at the end of the night.
I thought they were going to make it KO, then I realized, wait, he's out, but
Yeah.
wasn't he back?
No, he's
I
back.
don't know.
So anyways, next is New Day versus Gable and Benjamin. Usos are on commentary, and they're amazing
Love
as
them.
usual.
Gotta give credit to Chris on this one. You were there from day one-ish.
Yeah.
Gable and Benji need a nickname, though. They really do.
We do. I came up. I said maybe the Golden Rings because Gable's an Olympian,
and Benjamin was Golden Standard.
Yeah, the gold.
Yeah, we said there was Golden Standard as.
They need
we gotta
something.
think about that.
Yeah.
So let's. If anyone leave in the comments or something, maybe to contact us on the Instagram or whatever. Let's get a name going for them.
But it was a New Day, of course, great. At one point, Kofi gets knocked to the outside and gets knocked silly, and Big E, who's not in the match, to revive him, pulls Bootios from inside of his singlet.
Nice. At one point, like, he just pull him out of his butt.
It's amazing.
And Kofi got one in his mouth, and you can see where he was like. Kofi, by the way, without a beard, weird.
Yeah,
he looks a little weird.
Yeah, and he's kind of like pulled it back.
Yeah, something happened there. I don't know. It's not. He's got to grow that beard back.
The SmackDown tag division is just better. It's just better, which is a shame because the Raw tag division is awesome. They just don't get the run they should.
It's because there's a talent clog, so they had to give 2 of their heavyweight people a tag team title.
Anyways,
that's locked up.
Then this really caught me by surprise. Jolly Rancher's new tagline is "Just keep sucking," and I'm like, that has to be a joke because Cole was saying it all night long.
Nice.
Oh man,
and he's like,
they paid so much just to get Michael Cole to say just keep sucking.
Yeah. You think with Tom Phillips on SmackDown, he says that all the time. So, anyways, for those who don't know, Tom Phillips was caught in a little, a little thing.
Yeah, a thing.
Yep. So next, what did Gable Benjamin end up winning by cheating, which is the best.
I love it because it was really blatant too, where like the referee's looking the other way. Gable's get caught in a headlock, and he like waves over to Benjamin like, no, come on, get over here.
He throws Xavier against the ropes. Benjamin kicks him in the back of the head, and Gable gets the big.
That's interesting to me because being like Olympians and all that stuff, you'd think they'd be like
they're playing it different with a win by any means. Athletic win by any means is what they're going for.
And then the Usos were like, that's all right. They cheated. We'll just cheat better.
Usos were great in this situation. Absolutely love them. Absolutely love them.
It was really good. Fashion was Reservoir Files or
no. Yeah, was it Reservoir? Yeah, Reservoir Fashion.
Oh no, it was Pulp Fashion. No, I'm sorry, that was last week. It was Reservoir Fashion. Regardless, it was awesome.
The backboard normally has different wrestlers up on it. 3 or 4 of them were John Cena.
Nice.
And there was Mr. Orange, Mr. Blue, Mr. Purple, and with all of his different colored.
Road Dogg's been up there 4 or 5 times.
Road Dogg's always up there.
He's always up there. This one was just Reservoir Dog with the 2 G's.
I figured it out. Clone John Cena.
Okay.
Clone Roman Reigns.
I like it.
And then the teams fight against each other.
I think you should cross the DNAs and see how many weird freaks we get out of it.
Yeah, you can do that too. Maybe like a weird hybrid Alexa Bliss Roman Reigns crossover.
I think we're really coming up with we just accidentally rewrote the plot for Alien Resurrection.
So anyways,
there was a plot to Alien Resurrection.
Yes, there was.
On that horrendously depressing note, we're moving on. The Ascension was awesome in this.
Love it.
In the
Ascension's so good.
They had the Reservoir Dogs, the song, and they're walking down the Ascension. They're trying to high five. Nice. They're not going for it.
Connor puts up the high five and just like waves off into nothing.
They were so great, and of course they keep saying 2B. It's the Bludgeon Brothers. They're like, I have no idea what you're talking about.
It's really good. Wait. And then even what's funny is in another segment we'll go back to the Fashion Files. The Bludgeon Brothers being Rowan and Luke Harper.
Yep.
They say, up is down, down is up. And then you go back to the Fashion Files, and next week's episode is Stranger Things. So down is up and up is down. So it's clearly this is where they're building it.
Yeah.
And it's fun. And the crazy part, the matches are going to be awesome.
They're going to be great. Yeah.
Fandango and Tyler Breeze versus Luke Harper. Yeah, that's awesome.
Exactly. Rowan's the weak link in it, but Harper can go. So Corbin versus Sin Cara was next. I appreciate them trying to give Sin Cara a push. I really do. Mm-hmm. But is Corbin really the guy you want working with Sin Bacha? Because he's going to kill Corbin.
But wouldn't that be good for you?
I don't want someone to die in the ring. It's true. So Corbin gets himself disqualified, and he's like, "Bah, I'm a big wolf," and he starts. Yeah, it's terrible.
Did he like turn into a wolf?
No, he just beats the shit out
that.
of him. He puts him down in the corner. He punches him until the 5 count is over. So the referee disqualifies him. So Sin Cara wins. He goes to leave, says fuck it, comes back, beats his ass a little more, goes to, I believe, leaves again, comes back and grabs him and gives him the end of days, the outside of the ring. The crowd starts to cheer one more time.
Yeah, which is not the thing you want when you're trying to give a push to someone.
Yeah, so, they're basically saying, like, the whole arena turned into the Cobra Kai dojo there for a second. So,
send him home to body bag!
I'm pretty sure someone screamed that. Except he was wearing a cheese hat. Or, no, it was Milwaukee, so he was holding 2 beers.
There you go. No, it was a beer bra in one hand.
Yeah.
Dude.
5,000 pounds. So anyways,
sweep the leg, Johnny, sweep the leg.
God, I don't even remember what we were
Let's just
talking
talk about a shot-for-shot Karate Kid breakdown.
Sin Cara gets his ass whipped. Baron Corbin goes over as the monster.
Yeah.
Whatever. Again.
Jinder and the Bollywood. We're moving on. Because here's the thing. Nothing's happening.
Why don't they have Jinder and Corbin have a...
Because a singularity, a bad wrestling singularity would open up and swallow SmackDown.
Alexa Bliss would come out of a portal and grab them both and pull them in.
Yeah. This would be terrible. So Jinder and the Bollywood boys come out. I fast forwarded, as is my new policy. Then we get AJ versus Samir or Singh, or one of the Singhs. AJ headbutts him out of nowhere. It was awesome.
Fast match. Ends in, I believe, a calf crusher. Over almost immediately.
Yep.
So what we're basically going to see from here until now, or until later, I think, with AJ and Jinder, it's going to be a bunch of build-up nonsense where he's going to have to fight the Bollywood boys 100 times, and they're going to jump in on his matches and all that garbage.
The Singh brothers, by the way.
It's actually the Bollywood boys.
They were the Bollywood boys before.
And a whole lot more interesting like
that. They really were.
Yeah, so...
come out doing the pepper shaker.
Dude, that's on.
They really would Bollywood dance and everything. Awesome. It was amazing.
That's awesome. So, too bad. You know, like I said, if they followed my idea for Jinder, they could still.
So I was thinking about this. I like how you bring this up. I was thinking about this. So I want us to go in that route. We get Jinder. We get him doing bring him back to his roots. Bring him back to his Sikh roots. Have him be more of a naturalist, and you know. And then we pair him with someone. And I was thinking, we can kill 2 awful birds with 1 stone. Bring Rusev in, okay? And have Rusev slowly devolve into a monster, where he only says 1 word: destroy. Destroy. And Jinder's constantly trying to bring it out, bring him back into it. And the name of the team is Seek and Destroy.
That is so good. Now, what's funny is this really could work. It really actually would be good, but you just basically wrote Street Fighter 2.
Now, what's funny is I wrote that.
Blanca.
Now, what's funny is I wrote that joke while driving to work one day when Seek and Destroy came out. Came on my
7 people are
Spotify.
Dead. What I'd like to see is have Jinder Mahal be like a Mr. Perfect. But instead of that athletic type of Mr. Perfect, be that I treat my body right, I make sure I eat this and I meditate and I do this and do that kind of,
And I'm better than you.
Seek roots.
So do the
because that'd be a great heel. Like, I'm just better than you because I have the discipline.
Which is what CM Punk did with the Straight Edge Society.
I was saying, you want to make him a vegan.
Yeah. It's what's been done before because they tried it with Daniel Bryan and veganism. The thing is, I don't think Jinder's good enough to pull that off.
Maybe, yeah.
Anyways, we get Owens and Sammy talking in the back. Owens lets drop that he's facing Nakamura next week to see who makes the team, and that match is great. I can't wait
That's
for it.
That's going to be phenomenal.
It's actually pronounced Shinsuke Mananuki.
You are correct. I apologize.
There's lots of matches in NXT.
From what I've heard. Sammy and
That's the only way he wins matches, because he ain't winning any matches on SmackDown.
Sammy and KO do their little friendship thing again, and I'm loving it. They were like, oh, but then we'll both be on the team, and it'll be KO says, or Sammy's like, and then it will be Kevin and Sammy's team. And Kevin comes back, no. Sammy and Kevin's team. They're I can't wait for the inevitable betrayal.
You know what they should do is do a mock of the Fashion Files, but call it the Friendship Files.
Exactly.
Kevin and Sammy doing their...
So next up was a women's 5-way to determine who is the captain of the team. I'm pretty sure Diary Jack screwed up the... there was a move... And she screwed it up bad.
She did, but for what it's worth, she did have an okay match. This kind of showed some of the things she could do. The problem is, I feel like she just looks like a pissed off mom.
Yeah.
She looks like a mom who just had enough in the pickup line at her kids' third grade. Like, she just got out and she's got her her barware. It's cuts on
Becky wins, so she's the captain.
I buy it.
Which is great. But it was a weird match, and it took place mostly outside of the ring. It was super odd. It was like a smodge match for no reason. I don't know. There were some good points to it. Then they do the Bludgeon Brothers promo, and all I could think the entire time that they were talking is how much they must have spent on props for this one thing.
Oh my god! the hammers, the jackets,
everything.
The makeup, they did the teeth, they did stuff in their teeth, they did everything.
Do you think they passed that on to Rowan or Harper, or is that just a black budget thing that Vince isn't even aware of?
I don't think Vince knows what's going on.
They haven't written under Road Dogg's cocaine stash.
I think they wrote that when they're no. And Vince was like, where did they get the money for that?
And then they're like, hey, Vince.
That was from an old gimmick that never got used.
Punjabi prison. And they're like, oh, yeah. So then we get Sammy versus Orton, and Sammy is just heel Sammy. And heel Sammy is essentially just a more obnoous version of regular Sammy.
But I think it's actually just regular Sammy.
Yeah.
Because everyone, when you watch even episodes of Ride Along, and when people tell stories about him as Generico, everyone calls him Generico. He has that over-enthusiastic Canadian...
Everything is great.
I always say this about certain things. He is the Canadian after-school snack commercial.
Yeah.
That is who he is for real. But he's really enthusiastic about everything that we do. Oh, dude, I really like your beard. Looking good. I think that your guy in your shirt should have a beard. Hey, Martin, I think your panda likes beards too.
Yeah.
And you go... He's
a 12-year-old. He's a 12-year-old who's trying to make friends with everyone.
Yep.
Except he's in his late 20s and a ginger.
That's why he has no friends.
His beard, however, is beautiful. He is.
And here's the other thing, because apparently this is what he does with matches. Mm-hmm. He'll come up to you and he'll be like, okay, this is what we should do. And then you'll be like, well, no. And he's like, no, but this is why we should do this. And then he's like Chris Traeger, except wrestling. And
literally my favorite person to wrestle with.
And just like Chris Traeger, he's always right.
He's never wrong. It's always the right move. So
yeah.
And then he tells you what move to do in Arabic. And
yeah.
You're like, whoa. Yeah.
So my problem with this match is Orton has always been smooth. That was always his thing. Mm-hmm. Because he grew up in a wrestling ring, everything he does looks effortless. He's slipped to lazy now.
It's really boring. And it's just slow.
There were two. He did the back-to-back short arm clotheslines, and they looked like he wasn't even trying.
Yeah.
And to do that with Sammy is difficult.
Sammy actually had a really good spot where he got tossed onto the top rope.
Yep.
And he did, because he's Sammy, he was able to turn one little bounce onto the rope into a full bounce off, where he hits the mat, he's holding his guts, and you go, wow, this guy really gave him a...
Yeah.
And Sammy just exploded from it beautifully.
There was
soccer.
There was a crazy-ass...
Or basketball.
Oh, he'd be awesome.
There was a crazy-ass superplex in this. Most superplexes are just fall. Mm-hmm. Orton got him up. He put him vertical.
That was a vertical
then brought it.
From the top rope.
It was crazy.
That was a super duper plex.
But then Randy won, so I don't care.
You sound like a 3-year-old there. It was a super
duper. So let's.
Mom, can I get my Capri
So here's.
Excuse me, the proper term for that move was super duper.
Hey, I have pubes. Shut up.
Yeah, they're on your face.
Yeah, all of them. So,
his wife werewolves him.
That's actually not as bad.
So,
it's like a turtle shell.
I don't even remember what match we were talking
Oh,
about.
it was Sami Zayn.
Sami Zayn, by the way, looks like Yukon Cornelius.
He really does.
He's got the beard and
they
everything.
They made that joke before. I think it was Neville who made that joke.
No, it was Enzo and Kaz.
That's right, yes. Yeah, that's it.
Saying that, he's Yukon Cornelius. And then even Enzo's like, oh, wait, I got to write that down. Yeah. We're going to use that in the future.
That's awesome.
Now, Sami is, however, pretty amazing. I wonder what they're going to do with him in the Survivor Series then.
I think I'm truly intrigued because you gotta assume KO's losing too.
Is there a way that they could be there to sabotage the SmackDown team paid by the Raw team?
No, not even paid.
Or just because
because we hate Shane.
Yeah, could be. I like that.
Yeah, and I think that's what's going to happen, and which I'm fine with. Or even better, they do the, we just bought our tickets and sit in the front row all night.
There you go. Yeah, because, I mean, there's really nothing else. I mean, you can maybe throw a number one contenders match in there, but where would you even put it?
No.
Like,
and
who would it be?
Here's the thing. AJ's on that team.
Yeah.
Shinsuke's on that team.
So it's not AJ.
Randy's on that team, and they'll probably get, like, a couple guys, like Ty.
I think Dolph Ziggler, maybe?
Rude and Ziggler. And that leads to Rude and Ziggler's continuing
Rude and Ziggler match for who gets to be on the team.
No, not even. Just Rude and Ziggler. No, but what I'm saying is Rude and Ziggler are all on the team, and then they continue in the 5-way. They're like, I hate you.
Well, I mean, right now they're
and now that we just wrote Survivor Series for you, WWE.
That doesn't count because you didn't throw a dart at a.
You're right.
At a piece
we have no monkeys and no darts,
so they're not going to listen to us.
That's my fault. That's my fault. I used the tried and true walrus with a tank full of balls with words on them.
So, guys, I think with that, we have been 5Alive. I am Bobby T.
I am Martin.
And I'm Krista.
Make sure you like, share, subscribe. Let us know what you think in the comments below. You can also contact us at 5AliveVP on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook. And be sure to stay tuned because we have a ton of cool contests coming up. Lots of awesome unboxing videos. And,
and we'll be live usually every Wednesday. We do our live show here. We have our Saturday night show, which this week we have a gift card for VRV. Another week we're going to have another video game coming up. We also have a few other giveaways going. So there's tons of stuff going into our holiday that we are going to be hooking a bunch of people up with.
Yeah, and if you vote, you get a chance to win something too.
So we on Collectiverse we were nominated for Best Long Chat Toy podcast, I believe is what it was, and if we win, we're going to give away a statue. It's either going to be the Pop Culture Shock Toys Sub-Zero, Blanca, or RoboCop.
No, not Blanca, right? It's
well, let's see. Once I get it all fixed up and we maybe paint it 5Alive colors.
Who was nominated for number one? Alexa Bliss.
Alexa Bliss. It's 5 nominations. Alexa Bliss. Who's the hottest wrestler ever?
Dude,
Alexa Bliss.
Because she spits the hot fire.
Alexa Bliss. Remember, guys, you bought it because you liked it. That's all that matters. Dial on.
You're too close, man.